Dr. Zorba Paster is at his clinic in Oregon. Good evening to you.
Love your hat,
Great
Zorba.
hat, Zorba.
I've got the faith.
First of all, what is a collarbone? Where is it?
So the collarbone is basically from here, from the shoulder to the neck. It's a small bone about that long, goes from the shoulder to the neck, and it helps keep the shoulder in place. You've got the scapula in the back, what we call the backbone, the collarbone in front, and then the shoulder hangs from this. And this is what he broke. He broke this collarbone, and it's sort of where the collar of the shirt is.
And how is it treated? Do you put someone in a cast or?
No, the treatment usually is basically you put them in a sling, kind of a sling that holds the shoulder back, so you're sort of looking like you're at attention, looking like your grammar school teacher might have told you to sit in your seat, and you simply hold it in place and it heals. And that's the way most of these heal. Some of them need to have surgery, most do not. It's a matter of just holding that bone in place until it gets better.
You obviously have not looked at Aaron Rodgers personally, but everybody wants him to come back and play. Is there a timeline in something like this?
Well, first of all, it's in his non-throwing arm, so that's one thing. In other words, his throwing arm is actually okay. Let's say the throwing arm from the right is okay. The problem is his left shoulder, his collarbone, is still going to be painful and needs to heal. And if he smashes into the ground, because you really can't tape a collarbone to keep it in place, if he smashes into the ground and hurts it, then there's a possibility that there may be something a little bit more permanent. He might re-injure it. And there's also the possibility, of course, that it's going to be really, really painful. And what do you think those offensive linemen are going to do when they're trying to attack Aaron Rodgers? They're going to try to get the bad shoulder into the ground, and that's really the issue. Normally, these things take 6 to 12 weeks. I know I'm going into grieving just like everyone else.
People just gasped all over southern Wisconsin.
It's gasps all around, but that's normally what you do. I mean, these guys are different humans. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a different human, obviously, than I am, and so they can take a lot of pain. But collarbones, like any other bone, they generally take about 6 to 12 weeks. And the real issue is, when can you return it without pain so that he can actually use his throwing arm? Because even though you're using one arm to throw, you're still using that other arm to come back. It's still going to be hit into. And I think the reason why they're keeping their mouth shut is they really don't know at this point how long he's going to be out.
Right.
And there's a danger of permanent damage if he goes out, and he could break it even more.
Oh, absolutely. Danger of permanent damage, danger that he's not going to be he's not going to play next year. I mean, there are all of these dangers that go around. He obviously has to make the decision. The coach has to make the decision, but obviously the buck stops with him. He wants to make sure that he's healthy and he's able to play, and I think he's got to do what's really in his best interest. That's certainly what I would recommend as a doctor. I would say the team comes second, your health comes first.
That's
absolutely,
right.
Absolutely. Go Scott Tolzien.
That's right. That's right. There you go.
Thanks a lot, Zorba. Good to see you.
Good to see you.